welcome to the Father's Day edition of the Heart of Bastrop Talk Show. I'm TJ Finn with the Heart of Texas Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Connie Schroeder, mayor of the city of Bastrop. It's a big show, TJ.
It is a big show. You're about to meet 5 really cool people. You might even find out about a special needs rooster.
What?
And the Bastrop and Bastrop. So stick around. So we're here today with my dear friend, Gary Blake with Blake's Music Shop. Father's Day is a great time to visit your shop. Well, any day is a great time, but Father's Day is even better because there's all kind of cool stuff in there dads are going to want.
Yeah, we have a lot of dads already coming in. I'm trying to get more dads coming in. Just got back from the NAMM show in LA. Got a lot of new dealerships signed up. I'm a full service Mackie dealer now. Korg and Black Star, and of course Ernie Ball, Music Man. So there's a lot of stuff dads are going to want.
I love it. I love it. And I love your new location right down on Main Street where people can just stop in and look at that cool mural on the side of your building.
I love the mural we got. That was a great addition.
That was the Youth Advisory Council. We have to give hats off to them for the city of Bastrop. We were really, really proud of that mural.
Yeah, nice. It's really super nice. And there's some things hidden in that mural.
There's some guitars in there. There's a giraffe.
You might look at the number on the ear tag on the cow. That's not an accident.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So that's cool. And I love that because it really makes your shop stand out. You know, if you don't know where it is, look for that giant mural. You'll find it. I am a big fan of Blake's Music Shop, and I often, last summer when we did the Sizzlin Summer Concert Series, which we are doing again this year, by the way, as a songwriter series. So it's really cool. But that's the first time I came in. I bought my first guitar because I wanted a guitar that everyone could sign.
Yeah.
And I bought a beautiful acoustic electric. And since then, I don't know how many dozens I bought, but
you bought a lot.
A lot. But I fell in love with that guitar. It is my go-to favorite. And Allie Colleen told me, do you remember? She said, TJ, if you're going to have a guitar, you have to name it. So my guitar's name is Summer.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, but I love that I can come in anytime and whatever I need, it's right here. I don't have to go to Austin.
There you go. And that's, I get that comment a lot. And I can't compete with some of the bigger chain stores that we all know about. But what I do is I kill them with kindness and service, and I look them in the eye and I make sure we get the right instrument in their hand. My job is not to sell them the most expensive item on the wall.
Right, and you're knowledgeable. You know things, right?
I've been playing 52 years.
Yeah, if you ain't figured it out in 52 years, you're probably not going to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I love that because when I have questions just about random music, I call Gary, and I'm like, I was so excited because he has a cello, and I'm going to come look at his cello. I'm like,
well, that's what I was going to say. I know Gary. He and I were in a play together. He's a man of many talents. But if people don't play guitar, that's not a reason to not come check out your store. So tell us about the other things.
I've got, again, PAs. I've got violins. I got ukuleles. I have pianos, Casio dealer, and Yamaha dealer. So I've got a lot of different things that might appeal to a lot of people, including brass instruments, woodwinds, the brass instruments, French horn, clarinets, flutes, trumpets, trombones. I got a little bit of all of it.
Yes, he does. And it's so fun walking in the shop. I really love it. Liam got a ukulele.
You did?
Oh,
he loves that ukulele.
That's a great way to start.
It is. It gets him kind of used to it.
You also bought him that red electric guitar.
Yes, Gary rigged it up for him. He got him a guitar, and I'll share a picture of it. It's beautiful, and it looks like a Hot Wheel. And there's a little video, and I will play that video for you guys. The other day, I heard this noise, and I was like, what is he doing? So I come around the corner, and he's sitting on the floor, and he's got his because it's heavy. I mean, it's a real electric guitar, and he's doing sideways, holding it like this, playing it, and just singing, I thought it was the cutest thing. And I don't know what he was saying, something about God, this, and I don't know, but it was the cutest thing you've ever seen. I was like,
and that's the whole point of little kids, getting guitars and expressing themselves with music. It brings a lot of joy to everyone, so.
Yeah. Do you know when Liam first came here after I lost my daughter, he wouldn't sing and he would not allow you to sing in the room. It upset him so bad he would cry if you would try to sing. And then we slowly introduced him. My husband sings all the time. So his music has came back, and we know when we're sad, music is hard to listen to. Music is powerful, and when we're feeling depressed, I can't listen to music, any kind of music. But then it also has the power to fill you back up, right? And so
It's
now
very
he's
definitely
singing and
healing.
playing the guitar, if we're going to call it playing the guitar, but he just banging on them strings.
Well, we've all got different styles. Remember, music is a universal language.
Yes.
It does connect people in better ways.
Yes, absolutely. So do you have any specials running for Father's Day?
Any specials I'm running for Father's Day? I've got 10% off select merchandise. Probably not guitars, the high end, but I've got all kinds of supplies. I've got tons of strings, tuners, string winders, all kinds of accessories, straps, and what have you. So I've got 10% off going.
You even
through
got
Father's
music
Day.
books.
I've got music books. Yes, I do.
I love
So
it.
if you're looking for a special Father's Day present, you need to go check out Blake's music shop.
Absolutely.
We're here with Chris and Angela Fuller-Wigg with the Austin Farm Sanctuary, and I'm betting there's people out there that have never heard of the Austin Farm Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
So we are a 501c3 nonprofit farm animal rescue. So a little bit of a unique place here in Central Texas. Don't have our focus on rescuing dogs and cats, but pigs, cows, goats, chickens, ducks, etc. that find themselves in need as well.
I love that. Isn't that cool to have that right here?
Right.
And I'm so glad you're on the Father's Day edition of the talk show, because I think what better thing for local dads to do with their kids. What a cool thing how they could spend their Father's Day.
Yeah, we love to have people come out visit for tours, bring out your kiddos, bring out your pups. It's a really cool time to get to come out there and experience a different type of rescue in animals.
Absolutely. And a lot of kids may never have the opportunity to be around farm animals, so especially in this area. We do have a lot of farms, but a lot of people live in neighborhoods where they don't have, except for them crazy chickens running around downtown. Besides that, they may not ever have an opportunity to do that. And I tell you what, I lived on a 500-acre Brangus Ranch in Brenham when I was a kid. And I will tell you this. The cows think Brenham is heaven. Well, the teenagers think it's hell. Okay? You were in the middle of nowhere, but as an adult, what I wouldn't give to go back, right? We didn't know how good we had it. But a lot of kids never get to experience that kind of life, and you give them a glimpse into something different.
Yeah, it's really nice. We love having kids out because we have it's such a peaceful place, so they get to come and interact with the animals, and our animals are so used to interacting with kids that they're so kid friendly, and we just love having families out.
I love that.
So people are going to want to come visit you, but where do they find you?
So you can find us. We're actually located in Page. The name is because we started on a half acre in South Austin nearly 7 years ago and have slowly moved this way. So this is our community, but Austin in name, but not location. So we're located in Page. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, all of the above places to start connecting with the animals, learn more about events, reach out to us to schedule a visit.
So tell us about the kind of events that you have.
So we usually have, every month we have some sort of event. We had a camp out a couple of weeks ago, which was great. Another thing that maybe come out, bring the family camp. And so it's this like middle ground of a secured 7-acre area where you can kind of feel off grid, but then you have access to general amenities. So
That's
we do
my
camp
kind of
outs.
camping.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, okay, I need the bathroom in a mirror.
Right.
But yeah, we have a camp out. We are going to try to work on like a concert series. I want to talk to you about things like this and get very involved with just having people out. We have a 4th of July party every year. We did trick-or-treating for Halloween where you stopped at each of the animals' paddocks along the way and collected. So just different ways to connect people in a usual type of celebration, but at a unique place.
Well, the other thing that we have in common with our friends in Bastrop County is that people do love animals.
Yep.
So if they want to donate, how do they make a donation?
Great question. You want to cover that one?
Sure. any way you can think of, pretty much. We have a website, austinfarmsanctuary.org. We accept donations there. We accept Venmo, PayPal, cash donations, all of the above.
Feed, I would imagine. You would
Feed.
accept
Yeah.
it.
Vet bills are our biggest. Like right now, we have a pig. Actually, it's in surgery at Texas A&M. He's been with us for a long time. We rescued him when he was a sick little piglet, and now he's gotten bigger and stronger. But he broke his femur, which you can imagine for a farm animal is very uncommon. So he's actually there getting surgery right now. So you may pop up and see a relationship with a particular animal that you want to be able to help live a lifetime. And vet bills are probably our biggest cost.
Yeah,
especially
I would
here in the
imagine.
spring. We got a lot of sick babies that are coming to us, calves that were born blind at a local ranch, but the farmer wanted them to be saved, and figuring out those types of ways to support a unique animal getting still a long and happy life.
Well, let me say, if there are any veterinarians listening, what a great opportunity to help these folks out. And if you will help them out, we will bring you on the talk show.
I love that.
And we will talk about what you're doing, because I love it when people give skill.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have this special skill and you have this need. So I will definitely honor you if you will step up and help out, because I think that is a big deal. And I want to know about this rooster. He didn't get to come today. He was supposed to be our special guest, but I have images of him. But tell me about the rooster, because he had a special need, right?
Yeah, so
A special needs
a
rooster.
special needs
That's
rooster.
words you don't normally put together.
that special needs is put into the front of a lot of the residents that we rescued for sure. So we actually had two I was considering bringing. One's Galactus. We rescued him way back when he was found as a stray, and he's this amazing guy, and he's had just various foot injuries, which typically just lead to them being infected and then passing away. But we've had him for so long, he usually has bandages. You can go to our social media and see his weekly bandage of the week. Last week was a bunny for Easter, a chick before. Now we're using like the wildflowers in his pads. So Galactus is an incredibly kind and cool guy, different than most people get to have a connection with roosters. And then the other was going to be Drax. We don't know, something must have happened to him when he was a chick, so he's just developmentally just a little behind. So he navigates the sanctuary just a little bit differently and more childishly almost, honestly, than most of the other older roosters like him. He has a little yellow vest that he wears around the sanctuary. We can see him. He likes to go sneak into a burn pile and hide himself. And we're like, no. So
You're not supposed to be.
you'll see it.
Wait, that's like that chicken on what's the movie where he takes the boat with
Oh,
him?
Maui,
Yes.
Moana.
Moana. It's the chicken from Moana.
Very much like the chicken from Moana. Hey, exactly.
Hey, that's right. Oh my goodness, that's funny. I love that. That it takes the special people that can go. I care about this animal. A lot of people don't. They're not. It's not that they don't care. It's just that they're not thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
They have all these other things in their life. But for people to be able to go, you know what? This is put on my heart, and this is what I'm going to do. So, I thank you. Thank you for being who you are. That's just amazing. And I want to go out there and play with the hey.
Come out there, pet the belly of some 900-pound pigs that are basically massive Great Danes that just love getting loved on, and it's a different place.
I love it. I love it. What an experience.
Be sure you check out Austin Farm Sanctuary. They're in Page, right here in Bastrop County, and you will have a great time.
Absolutely.
At Genesis Laser Aesthetics here in Bastrop, Texas, we offer the most advanced technology in facial rejuvenation and body contouring. With pelvic floor strengthening, Emcella is an FDA-approved treatment for urinary incontinence. Emsculpt Neo can reduce fat by 30% and increase muscle mass by 25%. How about a facelift without needles, surgery, or downtime? Don't drive to Austin. Our friendly staff will be glad to set up a free consultation. 512-581-5016.
So we're here with Amberley Palmer. Amberley is one of my dearest friends, and we thought how cool it is you own RV for rent. And if you're a dad, what a cool thing to do. You guys will actually take that RV to the park for them, set it up. They can surprise dad with a weekend camping trip, right? And that's my kind of camping, by the way.
Yeah, so we'll deliver it to the park. We'll deliver it to your family's farm if you are staying at the family's farm and just want your own place to stay. We'll take it out there and deliver it set it up. It comes with, it's got linens and kitchen stuff, TV, and you have your own little private sanctuary.
That's glamping.
There
Right?
you go.
Glamping.
There you
It is
go.
I love
glamping.
Where do you do? What place do you deliver more than any other place?
Probably to either Coda during the racing, or we deliver out to people's private farms or land, or
Oh,
Wow.
Coda is great. So they just have to pull up, and they've got their hotel right there on site.
Yeah, we have a couple of customers that come every year, and they fly in. They drive out to Coda. All they have to do is bring their bags,
And they're done.
and they're done. So we have the tanks filled with water. We have the generator, the canopy, everything that they need is there. So they
That's
just
amazing.
have to stop, buy a few groceries, and bring their clothes.
And honey, if you've ever had to fight that traffic with
Ah.
Coda, you know why they want to stay right there on the grounds.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if I'm a mom or a kid and I want to surprise my dad with this weekend camping trip, how do they do that? What's the process?
So you can go to our website. It's www.rv-forrent.com. You have to remember to put the dash in there. And just go to our website and book it there. Book, pay, everything online. Pick what you want.
Very simple. Yeah.
What a great idea.
It is a great idea. I'm super excited about that. I got the opportunity to watch them take it out, set it up at the state park, Bastrop State Park, and I thought that was really cool. But do you guys have generators if they want to stay off the grid too?
We do, yeah.
Wow.
So we fill the tanks up with water so that you've got water. You don't have to plug into water or electricity or anything. It just comes all ready for you to go.
on
And
the grid,
then
off the grid.
When you're done, you pick up your bags and jump in your car, and you guys come take care of everything.
You go back home. Yep.
Wow.
And we pick it up and we clean it and do everything that needs to be done. We have a ozone machine that we run inside of them after each time that it's rented.
Nice.
So it kills any viruses or bugs or just anything that could be,
Keep it sanitized.
right. So they're very clean.
That's amazing. Well, guys, here you go. Here's something awesome that you can do for Father's Day. Amberley, thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
We are here with my good friend Joey Chapman with Community Gardens, and he's got a great idea for Father's Day.
Father's Day, we're going to attempt our first annual Bastrop in Bastrop. So
I love
Bastrop,
it.
as in BASS, the fish. We're going to stock our ponds and let father sons or father daughters or father whatever for fathers and come out and do a little fishing competition. We'll have prizes and trophies and just something to do for Father's Day, something new.
That is fantastic. And
What
Community
cool.
Gardens, there's always something happening out
There
there.
is,
Oh,
there is
absolutely.
lots of puzzle pieces and lots of different entities under one roof with coffee shop, the restaurant, Hero Sports Bar, Scratch Kitchen. We've now it's Carafe Coffee and Cocktails, where we're incorporating some cocktails with coffee drinks, doing different flights, starting to bring in some more upscale wines. So stuff for the coffee shop to also be a wine kind of place tasting, and of course I run the rock yard, sawmill, woodworking. We have the nursery, so a lot of different things under one roof. You can spend the
That's
entire day
amazing.
there.
So you can go from fishing for bass
That's
to upscale wine. I'm
That's
loving
right.
that.
That's right.
Right. Best of both worlds. I
Yeah.
love it. So how do they sign up? What do they do to get involved in this?
That it will be on our cgbastrop.com. There'll be you can do tickets. That's still kind of in the works. We know it's going to come. How we're doing it for Father's Day is kind of still kind of tweaking it, but it'll definitely be cgbastrop.com. Tickets and the information.
So they need to keep an eye out for that.
sure.
Make sure. Are you going to limit it to so many people?
I don't know that.
Don't know yet.
So,
Probably though.
more
right? You
info
can
to
have
come.
10,000 people trying to get
Yeah.
bass
There
out of the
you go.
pond. So
That's right.
So don't wait. Keep an eye out.
For sure.
Just, you don't want to miss your opportunity to do that. That's a really cool thing. And you guys are great location, right on 71, easy to get to, easy in and easy out.
Yep.
I
Remind
really
us
love
what
it.
your hours are.
Now that's a tricky one. The community gardens, because again, we do have 4 main entities there. The community gardens, which is mainly the nursery, it is Monday through Sunday there. 7 days a week, 8 to 4, 8 to 5. And then my rock yard is closed on Sunday, so we're Monday through Saturday. Restaurant is Wednesday through Sunday, closed on Monday, Tuesdays. Coffee shop is 7 days a week now. So 4 different things. All that is on the, like I said, cgbastrop.com. I know it gets confusing on what are your hours, because there are 4 different main kind of businesses within that one. So
Tell us about the rock yard.
rock yard is my baby. It's the materials, mulches, especially I'm kicking it. We had my record month last month since we've been open, but mulches, rocks, your enriched topsoils, because we have the nursery for all the plants. So with the nursery and all the plants, you can get all your materials, whether, compost.
And you
any of
guys
those things.
deliver, or you do deliver?
I do deliveries, yes ma'am.
It's really
do.
important here. What I've noticed about, I've not been here a long time, but in the summer, somebody forgot to call in the rain, okay? And it gets so dry. And having the right soil and the right topsoil and the right mulches is important to keep that moisture in, right? And so I was just curious about that. I'm learning the importance of those things in a different environment, because I grew up down by the Gulf Coast. It rains every day. I mean, and here the first summer I was like, it's been 3 months and I've barely seen a drop of water, so it's very different.
Yep. So yeah, your mulches, stuff like that. Keep it hydrated. I've actually got some really cool products. Product called Hydratane. It's going to cut your watering down to 50%.
Wow.
Or Aquasmart, which is the same kind of thing. You can put it on, or even tree diapers. This sounds funny, but it's this little donut-looking contraption. You put it around your tree, especially for trees getting started and established. You water one time, and it's good for a month. It will release. It'll hold 10 times its weight. It releases over a month. So all you got to do is water once a month, or if it rains once a month, then you're good for that month as far as the tree getting established.
Did you hear what he said? If it rains once a month.
Or
that's what it's like down here in the summertime.
It is.
But it's so beautiful here that people don't care. They'll find a way around the rain. But I love it, Joey. Thank you so much for coming out and talking to us. A Bastrop in Bastrop. You don't want to miss it. cggardens.com.
Come on in.
So, Connie, I asked you to sit down and talk with me today because I'm sad to say, as many folks know, your time as mayor of the city of Bastrop is quickly coming to an end.
That's right. The City of Bastrop Charter says that you can serve on city council, whether you're mayor or a council person, for 2 consecutive 3-year terms. So it's been 6 years.
Can you believe that? 6 years went by that fast, or did it drag on?
Well, it depends on the day. I have enjoyed doing it. I'm honored that I was elected and allowed to serve. There's times that it feels like it's been 6 minutes, and I have to tell you, TJ, some days it feels like it's been 6 decades.
Wow, I bet. And a lot has changed in Bastrop since you became mayor. There's been a lot of things. Can we talk about that for a minute? Because I want to see what your timeline journey looks like. Because, I've only been in Bastrop for not even 5 years yet, and I have seen huge change in the short time I'm here. So I want to know what.
Well, I decided to run. One of the things, and many people know that I'm a civil engineer, so I'm always interested in infrastructure. And for a multitude of reasons, we had kind of had the don't build it and they won't come. and that's really not a good long-term strategy, because they're coming. And you either control growth and take steps to control growth, or growth is going to control you.
Right.
So one of the things I'm the most proud of is that we are finishing the construction of our new wastewater treatment plant.
Wow.
It'll be able to treat 2 million gallons a day and has the ability to go to 8 million gallons a day of treatment. And we are also starting our new water treatment plant.
Wow.
The wells will be in the Simsboro Aquifer, which is some of the best water ever.
Yay.
And it will be north of town, and it'll have the ability to go to 10 million gallons a day.
Wow.
So what that means is that we have clean water and good wastewater service for the next probably 2 to 3 decades. So
That's
I'm really
amazing.
proud that we were able to get that done.
That's amazing. And you've really set up a good position for the next mayor coming in. You've laid the groundwork and completed a lot of things, but I think it'll be easier for whoever that mayor is to look at all these things you've done and said, you know, we need to stay on this path of growth because it like you said, it's coming. You know, you're not stopping it. You've got Tesla, you got
Yes.
SpaceX, you've got
And certainly, you know, I took office on May 16th of 2017. And at that time, no one had any idea that we would have Tesla in our
oh
backyard.
yeah.
At that time, we didn't even know Tesla was going in the city of Austin. That was before that.
Before that, yeah.
And we all think it's been there forever. Well, that's all new.
Right.
So people need a place to live. I've learned so much about affordability and the fact that you've got to have different price points.
right.
There's been a number of apartment complexes that were built during my term in office, and we hadn't had an apartment complex built in probably 5 or 10 years before.
Wow.
So you've got it. People have to have a place to stay, and I'm proud of the things that we've done to get more people engaged. We've got 14 boards and commissions, and I've
Wow.
worked really hard to make those board members be a reflection of the community.
I love that. I love that. And, you know, I know that you guys are sad. I'm sad to see your time as mayor come to an end because it is really a loss for Bastrop. And, you know, I hope that whoever takes your place those are big footsteps to walk in. So, you know, big shoes to fill. So, you know, I hope that they continue this spirit of togetherness and love for the community that you've laid down for us. And then the other part of me is glad that you're done because we had fun plans in place for the future. And, you know, I have enjoyed every moment that you and I have done this show. And it was just another way. A lot of people don't realize this. Connie and I, we don't get paid for doing this show. This is something that we got together and we said, you know, we can really help businesses and increase visitors into Bastrop County if we do this show. So it's another way that we're giving back. And don't worry, she's not going anywhere. She'll be here. As long as the show's here, she'll be here. If not, I'll chase her down.
Well, that's very
So-
kind. I appreciate your very sweet words, but keep in mind that the city of Bastrop was established in 1832. There's been all kinds of mayors, and I know of the people that are running for mayor, they all have a love for the community.
Absolutely.
You have to have a servant's heart to put yourself out there for office.
Absolutely.
And I would just encourage people, whoever is the next mayor, support them and do what you can to help
Absolutely.
them. And together, working together as a community, it's always going to turn out better for the people in the community.
Absolutely. And you know what? I got the opportunity to go to your roast.
That was
When
so
they
much fun.
roasted you, it was fun. We all had a packed out room and we all laughed so hard and it was just, the whole thing was amazing and it was hilarious. So tell people a little bit about how they roasted you because it's really
Well, to
interesting.
start with, I had no idea what was going to happen. They had told me it was going to be a roast, and they told me that it was going to be in the theme of the old Night Court TV show. So it was Bastrop Night Court. And I was surprised. I was accused of neglecting my family,
which is probably true.
Which is probably true. So that was kind of hard to take. A good friend of mine, Jeff Connor, who is a lawyer, decided that he would be both the prosecutor and the defense lawyer. And he cracked me up when they introduced him. He said, yeah, Bastrop was too cheap to hire 2 lawyers. And
Oh,
he
that's
did not get
hilarious.
paid. He did that for fun. And Judge Chris Dugan was the judge.
Mhm.
And then the witnesses against me were my son-in-law, Cam Chavez, my pastor and very good friend, Bernie Jackson, and Trey Job is the assistant city manager. And then a surprise witness was my very, very dear friend, Terry Moore. And she sang a few songs. She sang Friends Are Friends Forever, and she
Which
and
is
I
beautiful.
have been friends forever, so I appreciated that. And then she also sang She Works Hard for the Money. And
True,
then,
so true.
so true, and really emphasized so you better treat her right.
Right.
Terry's a good defender of mine. And then she also sang Take This Job and Shove It, which
It
was,
was so
kind of funny, but I was
It
like,
was
oh, I
fun.
hope no one's offended.
Oh, no,
I
it
had
was
several
hilarious.
people in my family. It was the first time both of my kids were able to see me do anything as mayor, because
Wow.
you know that the evening started with a State of the City address.
Right.
So
right.
I tried to make that not too long and not too boring, but
It
we had some
wasn't boring
interesting
at all. It's
things
really
to share.
interesting. Always interesting things going on around Bastrop, and again, gosh, that was the funniest night. I laughed so hard, and so I took some footage that I want to share with everyone because it was so funny. But then also, I believe the city is putting together a video, and I bet you they will post that in its entirety on one of their sites. Right?
I think so. That's the plan.
Yeah, we'll find out, and we'll let you know in future. But I just wanted to take time to tell you, you're a great friend, and you're a very kind person, and I adore you.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate everything you do for our community. I appreciate everything you did as mayor, and I appreciate you giving your time to be sure that not just Bastrop, but all of Bastrop County is represented on our show. And we're going to miss you as mayor.
Oh, thank
But-
you for the kind words. I
Yes.
enjoy your friendship, and this has been a great opportunity, and I
Right.
really appreciate being a part of the talk
Yes,
show.
and now that you're not going to be mayor, maybe we'll have time to go shopping and do some fun stuff. That'd be amazing. Thank you, Connie. Let's let everybody take a look at this footage.
First things first, we need a defendant. Oh, would you go get the defendant? Madam Mayor, have a seat right there. Let me warn you right now, you have the right to remain silent, and you shall remain silent. I love being a judge, by the way. All right. Oh.
the on switch.
I have both. Oh, you know what? I could swear in the mayor to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and then just open it up to the, no, let's get on track. So, all right, I do need to swear in our witnesses. Let me do that. If the witnesses will please raise your right hand. Do you, each and every one of y'all solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth unless it's funny, so help you God. That's not my normal oath. All right, the mayor is on trial tonight. Actually, she's not really on trial. She's a nice person. Her job as a mayor and what she has done as a mayor is on trial. And because she's leaving soon, which reminds me, there's a lot of candidates for mayor that have filed. In fact, there is a rooster from your old chicken sanctuary. He's a real polichicken. Yeah, they get better. They can get worse. All right, Mr. Connor, do you want to be addressed as prosecutor, defense attorney, since you're doing both?
They all fit, Your Honor.
All right. Wait a second. I got something. Once again, there's been budget cuts because, you got the chicken sanctuary. I asked the city to provide the mayor with some popcorn so she could eat some popcorn. Wow. So, well, if you'll let the mayor have the popcorn.
Not too much, okay?
That was better than in rehearsal. All right, we need a witness. Mr. Connor, would you please call your first witness?
Yes, Your Honor. For my first witness, I have the honor to call Cam Chavez to the stand. He is a family member of the mayor who is well regarded in the community for truthfulness, generally speaking. And Your Honor, if it's all right with the court, I would like Mr. Chavez to just give a narrative instead of a question-answer format.
That is certainly okay with the court because there's a lot of old people in the audience. We need to hurry this thing.
Fair enough. Well, thank you, Your Honor. First of all, allow me to introduce myself. Mayor Nani, I am your son-in-law, Cam Chavez. And I know you've been in office for a few years, so you've neglected your family. So let me introduce you to your daughter, Lisa. your friends, the Blankenships and Cunninghams. And then you have your son Taylor, and you may have not realized, but he got engaged while you were serving, so congratulations, Felicia. And your other son David, so we welcome you.
Your Honor, I object to this entire narrative. There's no DNA evidence in that she's related to any of these people. So,
I actually have proof that we are family, because I have some pictures that I'd like to show. There is Charlie, and my kids, and sorry, Mary, you couldn't be there. I obviously couldn't see it. And there's another picture, another event. We went on a family vacation, and Mary, I'm so sorry you couldn't make that trip either. We had a great time. And then we had shows at the Opera House, fantastic and outstanding. And sorry you missed that as well. And your grandson was actually in 2 shows, and this is Christmas. And we take this picture to show to you guys so that you see what you missed. And then, sportsmen, we're big supporters, community to support you, but you weren't with us, but that's okay. We still had a good time. But also, we were here at your house celebrating and cheersing the holidays, and so we thought we'd take pictures since you couldn't make it. But it's all fun, right? And the reason I chose these 2 pictures last, because I know from time to time you like a little glass of wine from time to time, but however, you've been so gracious, the best mayor ever, because you never ever wanted to be seen with a cocktail, ever. With a glass of wine, a cocktail, ever. So,
Your Honor, I just have to interrupt. I mean, that's clearly wrong. The mayor has...
I think you have some experience of the mayor with a cocktail in her hand.
The whole community knows. They've seen her at my home at parties. She was so drunk one time when she left, I was missing a Cape Buffalo mount and my best bottle of bourbon. But as defense attorney, I know she didn't mean it.
This is getting a little confusing.
Well, that being said, I said I would hide a beverage. No one's going to know, just like all the other events. And we're going to just keep this amongst friends. And you're going to have a little deal.
This might be the best demonstrative evidence I have ever seen in my life.
We're going to keep this real hush-hush. No one's going to see that you're having a cocktail, because we're going to be as inconspicuous as possible. For you, a glass of bubbles. So everyone who knows, and that's what really happened. I'm going to go off script. So I cannot tell you a few times that she has run into the house and said, "You'll never believe what just happened. I can't tell you, but can I have a glass of wine?" So, and speaking of script, I'm going to get cut in trouble here, because if we all know, Mayor, that everything is just so, and she was very specific on what I could or could not talk. So I'm going to. If I run into the police chief, if you talk to the city, no, that's not it. All right, here we go. No, that's not it. Gosh, where is oh, here it is. The mayor's roast list. So she wrote a list, if you don't mind. She wrote a list to make sure that I did not get this wrong for tonight. So let me go ahead and go over the mayor's list and see what she has to say about what we're all supposed to. Charlie, your chair is not straight according to this. You're supposed to be facing that way. Lisa, your leg's supposed to be on the other side. And right there. And the microphone's supposed to be higher. Okay, perfect. Well, Mayor, that is my evidence. How did I do, Mr. Connie?
I moved to strike all of that.
I neglected Mr. Connor and Madam Mayor. There is actually a second charge. You are accused of impersonating a country music promoter. And we have a surprise witness. Where's our surprise witness, Bill?
Here she comes.
Everybody knows this witness, so I don't have to swear her in.
Is it on?
It's on. Mr. Connor, you may
May I
proceed with your questioning, sir.
Ms. Moore, do you know this defendant?
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
Yes. Yes. Well, friends are friends forever, and the Lord's the Lord of them. And a friend will not say never, 'cause a welcome will not end. Oh, it's hard to let you go, in the Father's hands we know, 'cause a lifetime's not too long to live as friends. 'Cause a lifetime's not too long to live as friends. Yes. She works hard for the money, so hard for her money. She works hard for the money, and you better treat her right. She works hard for the money, so hard for her money. She works hard for the money, and you better treat her right. Yeah, you better treat her right. Yeah, you better treat her right.
I'm kind of afraid to ask you to ask any other follow-up questions.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
Your Honor. I do have another question.
You may proceed.
Ms. Moore, do you think she is ready to be a full-time promoter?
If I was her, I would say this job. Take this job and shut it. I will do no more. The city's gonna suck the life out of her. She's going out for sure. Don't get in her way, no way. She's walking out the door. So take this job and shove it. She ain't working here no more. Yes, so take this job and shove it. She ain't working here no more.
That was some serious testimony, Mr. Connor. All right, we have another witness, the Honorable Reverend Bernie Jackson. I think the mayor's in trouble.
Your Honor, you asked about her behavior in church. Every Sunday she comes in, she fellowships with everyone, and then she takes her seat, and she's ready to worship. But as soon as I stand up, she pulls out a pen and all of these composition tablets. And I think the public has a right to know what she's writing. Is she writing a grocery list? Is she writing a love letter to Charlie? What is in them? She writes the entire time I'm up. I like these to be subpoenaed, and I want to. She wrote in these in the last Sunday, one Sunday. All of it.
Your Honor, as state's attorney, I move that we admit all of those notebooks into evidence and that we publish them to the audience in the courtroom. However, Your Honor, remember I'm a defense attorney also. If she was writing all that much in court, in church, it must have been a confession. So it would be critical.
I really don't know whether he's prosecuting or defending you.
I get confused.
This is getting a little difficult, Your Honor. If you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
Your Honor, for almost 6 years. 5 years, almost 6 years. She's been playing me. She's been playing me. I said, we need to put on a purple dress. Not purple. Not kind of purple. Sort of purple 1 year. Almost purple another year. I find out this week, purple is her favorite color. It's her favorite color. Purple, purple, purple. Your Honor, may I approach the defendant?
Your Honor, I object. You can be colorblind and be mayor.
Purple. The favorite color, purple.
Mr. Connor, if you're going to take on Reverend Jackson, you're on your own with no court help.
I've been authorized by the Church of Bernie Jackson and this court and heathens everywhere. And I'm going to anoint you with his holy moly water in the name of all. Not sacred. No, Your Honor, she's laughing.
You might need more than that.
She's laughing. This is not enough.
There we go.
Your Honor, I object.
Okay, one second, Reverend Jackson. There we go.
Proceed with the cleansing.
Thank you, Reverend Jackson. Our next witness, I believe, Mr. Connor, Mr. Trey Job. The city, everything, and with duties as assigned from now until eternity. All right.
I propose that Mr. Job also deliver narrative testimony.
Please do. None of those pesky questions, lawyer questions. Just go ahead and talk, Mr. Job.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to start to talk about the mayor's professionals over the last 6 years. She has really been a true professional, and I want to start with the great chicken debate from November 29th, 2017.
A time that will live in infamy.
I surely thought of her as a leader being branded. This was a certain time for things to go. Pause for laughing. But no, she was a true professional the entire time. So much like she talked about, there was debate back and forth. I knew she was the right person for the job. There were no choking the chicken jokes. There were no chicken dance happening in the. Is that too much? Sorry, I'm gonna keep working here. There were no chicken dances at City Hall. Clearly, I was disappointed. We should go for holy moly water for me. Crossing the road jokes. Very disappointing time.
The court has a question. Any chicken ranch jokes?
That's certainly. So after several months of back and forth and debate, we finally did come to a conclusion, and the decision was made to remove the chicken sanctuary. I'm not saying that's the reason the price of eggs have went up, but evidence, not that that's a bad thing, but she certainly was professional through the entire thing. So once they made that decision, I was truly impressed. The work order went in immediately to Public Works to have some traps made. Our guys started making traps, and before you knew it, it was like an episode of The Deadliest Catch. There were traps all over the place, covered by tarps. The guys were running around. The police chief, God bless him, was absolutely trying to catch a chicken every week. But to speak to her professionalism and the way they're supposed to keep track of things, while we were great and professional, we didn't talk about dirty jokes in the chicken. What we did do is have to report quarterly on the spreadsheet of how many chickens we were catching.
There was a list. There was a list. Mr. John, do you seek to introduce that exhibit as Exhibit A?
I would like to, yes, sir.
Oh, heck, we got another one over here. Put that, I got another one over here. Wait, Bull, one more. Put those all in front of the defendant, please. To remind her of that fun time.
We'll add those to the spreadsheet, Mayor, on Monday.
Mr. John, before you move on, I must, the court must interject here. Yes, the chicken episode was an episode. A lot of y'all don't know that actually the city of Bastrop has a huge squirrel problem. Horrible squirrel problem. And those traps that you were mentioning, the squirrels had infested B&B Auto, so they used those traps to humanely get the squirrels, and they said, we're just gonna leave them outside the city limits, dump them in the county, not the city. Promise, squirrels are smart, they bury nuts everywhere, know where those nuts are, they just came right back to B&B Auto. So that didn't work. A lot of y'all don't know, the mayor actually had this top secret plan because the squirrels had overrun City Hall. And she had this top secret plan to get rid of the squirrels. She had animal control go round up every feral cat in the city, turned them loose in City Hall. It was a complete mess. Tore up everything, and then the cats left, squirrels came up. Well, the third place that was infested by squirrels was my church, Ascension Catholic Church. Father Romero said, not a problem. I know how to get rid of the squirrels. We're just going to baptize them. How is that going to get rid of the squirrels? And he said, then they're Catholic squirrels. They'll only come back to church on Christmas and Easter. I'm sorry for interrupting the testimony. I got a couple more. Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Job. Continue your narrative.
Thank you, Your Honor, and it's Mr. Job, but we're...
Job, that's okay. I just know you as Trey.
That's okay.
Maybe it's because you do every job that the mayor's asked.
That is true. It is other duties.
That's...
But it really is Job like the Bible.
Ah.
He suffers like Job.
I go to church on Easter and Christmas. I don't get that. Mr. Joe, I apologize.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead, sir.
No problem, Your Honor. I also like to talk about really the mayor's professionalism again and how she really led the charge of infrastructure. We talked a lot about that tonight.
Connie, that was a cool show.
I think we have delivered on some great ideas for Father's Day.
We definitely have. We had Gary Blake. What a great guy. Dear friend, serves on the board for the Heart of Texas Chamber of Commerce. He's got a cool thing. I've spent a lot of money with that man on guitars.
So that's presents for fathers. And then is there anything more interesting than going out and meeting that special needs rooster and spending some time with your kids, seeing things they haven't seen before?
That's
Thank you,
right.
Chris and Angela.
Absolutely. And how about RV for rent? What a cool idea. I want to go. I'm not a father, but it doesn't mean I can't go rent an RV and stay at Bastrop State Park. Just, hey, even a staycation. What a great idea on any weekend, but especially for Father's Day.
Well, you said you were all about the glamping. And
Damn.
talking about there's always something going on, Joey at Community Gardens, the Bastrop in Bastrop, makes my heart happy.
I'm telling you, that's going to be a cool thing to do in Bastrop. Guys, you don't want to miss an edition of the Heart of Bastrop Talk Show. So check us out at theheartofbastrop.com. Go to our YouTube channel. Find us on Instagram. Find us on Facebook. But be sure you come back next week.